by Sprite.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to 2K Sports. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Well, it was Houston in their last game with a loss to the Heat at American Airlines Arena. Coming into this matchup with no shortage of confidence, they won all 4 games against this team last season. One of the things when you looked at the playoff team, Shaq, was the depth that San Antonio had. What a bench. How good is that second unit?
They have the deepest bench in the league, followed by one heck of a system. Their system is pass, 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 take the available shot. They play with excellent teamwork. It's going to be hard to beat this team.
One of those things that you look at is the way Greg Popovich was able just to plug. Time to tip it off as we go to Kevin.
Power forward at 6'9", number 6, Terrence Jones. At guard, number 2, Patrick Beverly. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 1, Trevor Ariza. At the center position, standing 6'11", number 12, Dwight Howard. McHale is the head coach for your home team.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss to the Heat in Miami.
Tough game to lose, really. They actually put up a great fight, I thought. But, you know, when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah, I think it's something they learn from, though. I mean, you have to convert the positives, even from a loss like that, into what they did well and kind of double down the efforts here tonight.
So the Rockets win the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the court for San Antonio. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. And it's Parker in at point guard.
Well, you look at Patrick Beverly, and I think he embodies the phrase Chicago tough. And he's relatively unknown growing up and hooping in the playgrounds of West Chicago. He's always played the game with an edge, though, and that served him well as an NBA player.
Now, here's Beverly. Pass to Ariza. Shot clock at 6. This is to Harden. Crane for 2 points.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Houston on D. 4-point game. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
Now, I'll tell you what, of all the things they did well last season, maybe the most impressive was sweeping the season series against these guys.
Now Beverly. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Here's Howard. No luck. Duncan with some nice D.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Both of these teams battling last year near the top of the conference.
I know it's a little bit of a shame it was so lopsided, but we'll see how things play out this year. Danny Green, a nice find by the Spurs as a 3-and-D role player. And the Spurs always seem to find those kind of guys. A mid-second round pick was Green. He got waived by the Cavs, spent some time playing abroad. Now he holds the record for three-pointers made in the finals.
Now here's Ariza. 9-point game his last outing. Harden with it. Now Green defending. Harden the pass to Howard. It's Harden with the drive. Blocked. They recover it. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Tries from 10. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist by Splitter. Duncan's got his first bucket in this one. And for Danny Green, guys, a quality defender at either wing position. And, you know, Steve, as you like to say, a floor spacer offensively.
That's right. Two-way guys, Kevin. Two-way players. That's what the playoffs are all about. You think about the success Green has had the last couple of seasons, defending star players at one end, knocking down big threes at the other. Wow, what a player he's become. James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
And Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
The Rockets, to me, are an emerging factor in the West. Not 100% sold on them being championship caliber, but I still think you've got to give that front office a lot of credit in terms of what they got out of the superstar tandem of Harden and Howard. I think it's a strong foundation of scoring and defense.
Now here's Parker. 9 points last game. That is good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Harden outside. Passes it to Beverly. Jones with the screen on Parker. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Beverly. Houston needs to get a shot off. Parker with the steal. There's the pick. Over to the left wing. Baseline try, and Tim Duncan again. Duncan's got his second bucket of the night. Boy, the Rockets came out smelling like a rose, didn't they? Bringing in Howard, but some luck along the way, too. You remember the Chris Paul Lakers trade that was vetoed? Steve, the Rockets would have gotten Pau Gasol in the deal.
And then not Dwight Howard because they wouldn't have had the cap room to absorb him. So, you know, they're probably glad that in hindsight that deal fell through because Dwight Howard, the younger and more talented player, when you think about his comparison to Gasol.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Now here's Beverly. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He's looking for Howard and finds him. No luck.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
Green against Harden. Shot clock at 6. 11 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Now here's Beverly, guarded by Green. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Howard setting the pick for Harden. Ariza outside, looking to end the drought. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Ariza's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, a bit ago, Kevin McHale and I were able to catch up. I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake, And with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Beverly dishes to Jones. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. It's Harden with the drive. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Harden's got 6 points.
Boy, he's looked great so far. Offensively, looks like he's brought his A game.
Parker outside. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Pass the splitter. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Parker inside.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
France has really produced some quality NBA players. You think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together and they'd won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they've tried to get that second gold medal. But I'll tell you, the quality of play around the world, Kevin, just continues to get tougher and tougher. And France, definitely in that upper echelon.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. I mean, he's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
For Houston, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off.
And Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Diaw, the screen. Leonard, the pass, the splitter. Goes back up and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. But the fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
Just 5 to shoot. Ariza goes in. Great D that time from Leonard.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
He kicks it to Ginobili. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 7-point San Antonio lead.
Boy, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Ariza outside. Howard trying to free himself up. Goes back up, and it's good on the way in. Howard's got his second basket.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Parker kicks to Splitter. Feeds to Ginobili. Into Diaw. It's rebounded by Houston.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Ariza with the bucket.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Spurs leading by 3. Parker dishes to Splitter. Leonard attacking. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ginobili, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Manu Ginobili in the final year of his 2-year contract extension with the Spurs, Steve, and some speculate that he may retire after this season.
Yeah, fantastic career for Ginobili. You know what I think, Kevin? I think Ginobili, Parker, Duncan, and Popovich should all just walk away right now. Just, go away together, and this has nothing to do with me coaching the Warriors. Nothing to do with me at all. This is about them. They've earned this. Walk away now, guys. Just leave.
I hear some admiration, but I also hear some sarcasm in there, too, from my partner there.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Jeff Ayers is jacked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. He hits both from the stripe.
And Ginobili certainly will go down in history as one of the all-time great 6 men, alongside the likes of John Havlicek or Kevin McHale earlier in his career. I'm throwing out some old school names for you young bucks.
Outside Terry, and he gets it to go. Terry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. San Antonio leading. And here's Mills. And Bellinelli kicks to Diaw. Over to the wing. And here's Mills from the arc. The Rockets pull it in. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And Manu, a 2-time All-Star, won 3 NBA titles with the Spurs. An outstanding career for a player drafted 57 back in 1999.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
And Mills kicks to Ginobili. There's the bucket. Good. Ginobili's got 6 points.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Now here's Howard. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Miami. Terry kicks to Kanan. Here's Daniels. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 1.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. This past offseason, the Spurs found themselves with a bit of wiggle room when it came to the salary cap.
For so long, Kevin, they've been able to only make moves through the draft, and with minor adjustments, things they really do well, but the flexibility was new to them, and I'm sure they'll take full advantage of it.
Kanan kicks to Terry. There's the feed to Adrian. Terry, the pass to Kanan. Screen by Howard. Kanan dishes to Adrian. Plenty of space. Again, the Rockets score.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Bellinelli up top. Terry covering. And Bellinelli kicks to Ginobili. He dishes it to Bellinelli. 6 to shoot. Ginobili with the ball. And Terry picks him up defensively with the fadeaway. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. The 4th spot held by Dwight Howard.
You know, he was actually a monster on the glass. We talked about him throughout the season, and though he didn't lead the league, he was a big factor in a number of important games.
Kanan, the pass to Terry. Howard setting the pick for Terry. Kicks it to Daniels. Shot off the screen, and that one's good. And now a 3-point Rocket lead.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Mills with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. The dish to Ginobili. The 3. Shot's good. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kanan dishes to Adrian. Here's the screen. Terry against Ginobili. 6 to shoot. Daniels kicks to Howard. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. That's now 8 points for Dwight Howard.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Diaw, the screen. It's Ginobili with the drive. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Terry outside. Takes the 3. No good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Rockets ahead. They lead by a bucket. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
The new season in the NBA rolls on. Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets go on the road to do battle with the NBA next Tuesday.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Man, it's really been a dominant effort on the glass. That's been the key here.
Yeah, they've established nice low post presence, which always tends to help you on the rebounding battle.
San Antonio trailing here. On the court right now for the Spurs. Mills at point with Bellinelli. They're the backcourt. Under the 3 and Diaw the 4. And it's Ayers in at the center. Here's Bellinelli. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Ayers. 6 on the shot clock. Mills, that's a 2-pointer, and the jumper is good. Mills has got the game tied up here for the Spurs. And for the Rockets, their shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Cannon, the pass to Ariza. Jones sets the pick for Ariza. There's the pass to Daniels. Fires for 3. No good.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
And here's Ariza. He's got 5. Cannon dishes to Jones, and there's a nice one-handed slam. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Popovich in the top 5 in coaching win percentage all time.
And he's likely to remain in that lofty company. Kevin, he said he plans to follow Tim Duncan into retirement. Not a bad plan. They pretty much came in together, so might as well go out together.
Rejected by Jones, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Houston making some changes. James Harden, he's checked in for Daniels, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Isaiah Cannon. San Antonio also making some changes. Duncan comes in for Jeff Ayers, and it's Green in for Bellinelli. Shoot. From deep, Green. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Houston in the lead. Outside, Jones. Ariza has the open look. Misses the chippy right there.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, as you know, Tony Parker is now an elder statesman in the NBA. His father feels as if he's been a mature force since he started playing at the French Training Institute. Parker's father said, quote, "I don't think you can get any more mature than that. Leaving home at 14, you have to become a man on your own." Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
Tremendous dedication to the game. It's great to remember just how far he's come.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Splitters checked in for Dion. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Jones kicks to Adrian. Here's Beverly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Beverly's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Can't hit, so Houston will take it the other way. Jones with the screen on Leonard. Over in the corner, Beverly pulls up. Here's Jones, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Now here's Parker to the left wing. Duncan left side. Back to Parker. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Parker's got 6.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Ariza outside. He feeds it to Adrian. Inside. Goes up on the high post. The shot will not go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, it took some time. This was not an easy win, but mark it down in the W column.
Yeah, and it was impressive, Steve, the way they handled their business in the overtime. I mean, they had a lot left in the tank.
Now here's Parker, following the miss by Terrence Jones. Goes up the baseline, and it's Parker again missing.
You can't help but respect Patrick Beverly's defensive approach to the game. Always aggressive, going for steals or deflections, but he rarely sacrifices good defensive position. Just a very good, disciplined defensive ball player.
Now Green, a 14-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
You know what was great too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others. Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
You know, the Spurs, because of their way of conducting business and their low-key personality, have never really been ratings darlings for the NBA, despite being considered and respected as a model franchise in the league. The team's color of silver and black, I think, fits their style. It's not really flashy or gaudy, but it does point out their business-like approach and how precise they play and how much they win.
That's good. And here's Houston. They're on a 12-4 run. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Harden. It's Ariza on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Jones. It's off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. They set the screen. Dishes to Ariza. From deep.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early. Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Parker with it. He's picked up by Ariza. From 11 feet away. Oh, that's blocked.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and that's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Parker outside. Just 5 on the clock. That's blocked. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And a quick look at the year Tim Duncan had a year ago. 5th in blocks. And he did a lot of work on the glass, battling his way into the top 15 performers in the rebound category.
And how about that block shots per game average? I mean, he was one of the top 5 in that category, Steve.
Now, here is Harden, following the miss by Tony Parker. Harden kicks to Beverly. Back to Harden. Houston moving the ball around. Ariza against Leonard. Harden has a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Harden's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Rockets. Spurs trail by 11. There's the pick. Passes to Leonard. Right side, Leonard. Duncan, the pass to Parker. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to get it going, and he hits the jump shot. Parker's got 4 points this quarter.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
Now the Rockets with it. They're on a 15-6 run. And here's Harden. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Yeah, he picked his spots in that game too, Kevin, because I thought he not only did a nice job scoring, but setting up his teammates as well.
The Spurs shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Duncan with the screen for Parker. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Howard comes in for Jones. And it's Terry in for Trevor Ariza. The Spurs also changing it up. Jeff Ayers is jacked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Green. San Antonio calls timeout. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. Number 1, the Spurs.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. And they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Here's Bellinelli, guarded by Harden. Pass to Ayers. Clock at 6. Stolen by Terry. It's Harden with the drive. Over to the left wing. Lets it go from 14.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
And the wide open shot from Duncan. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Duncan's got 10.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Beverly. He's looking for Howard and finds him, and he gets it to go. Howard's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
The turnaround jumper, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Ginobili against Harden. Beverly dishes to Harden. He kicks it to Beverly from past the arc. The rebound collected by Ayers. Spurs trail by 12. Here's Bellinelli. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Screen by Duncan. Parker with no one around. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here's Beverly. Terry with a screen on Parker. 5 to shoot. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And Ginobili. Here we go. Cannot hit. So Houston will take it the other way. Terry kicks to Howard. The feed now to Harden. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. 14 points for James Harden.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets play an up-tempo attacking style of basketball. Last season, the second most turnovers in the NBA and the most three-point attempts. Coach Kevin McHale said, this is a team of home run hitters. They're going to swing sometimes when they shouldn't, but that's who they are. I'm not going to make them bunt. Good philosophy, Kevin.
They're always aggressive, Doris. Thank you. Now, Parker. James Harden missing on the 3. Parker kicks to Ginobili. He dishes it to Ayers. And there's the pass to Parker. He feeds it to Duncan. 4 on the shot clock. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Parker outside. Ginobili outside. Duncan with the screen for Ginobili. The 3. And the shot is good. Ginobili's got 14 points.
And he knocks down a 3 of his own.
And even if he didn't, he just made it personal, coming right back with a 3 of his own there.
It's Harden with the drive. Takes it from 10. And so that brings the first half to a close. Rockets lead by 14. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Coach, you're going to have to climb a bit of a hill here in the second half. What are you telling your guys they need to do to turn this thing around?
I think we just moved the ball a little bit. We were just on the dribble a little bit too much, and there's got a lot of pressure out there, so the ball's got to move.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you at the table.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Spurs trail by 14. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale. Green kicks to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Here's Splitter, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Well, going into last season, Thiago Splitter accepting a 4-year, $36 million extension, Steve, from the Spurs.
A lot of people questioned the value of that contract, but Splitter more than earned it with his play throughout the regular season and in the playoffs. He's versatile. He can pass. He can defend. And even though his numbers were down a little bit last year, he made tremendous impact just in terms of their interior play.
And Splitter clearly, when you look at him offensively, is not a floor spacer. He's a guy who's going to finish inside. He's going to set solid screens. Even though he plays close to the basket, his field goal percentage dropped by almost 10% over the last couple of seasons. He was once superb in that area. Now he's just rock solid. But with the Spurs, in his role, rock solid is good enough.
Green passes to Parker. Kicks to Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got his first 2 points.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Splitter still shooting over 90% of his shots in the paint, but less effective down low. Injuries perhaps a factor. We'll see if he can bounce back.
Now here's Green. Harden missing his last shot. Splitter with the ball. Knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Ariza. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
Here's Leonard. The Rockets making the shot. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
Just a tremendous athlete. Guys able to go up and finish over everybody defensively, even the big guys down low. That's such a feel shot, that floater over the top.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter. Houston leading by 11. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. It's Harden with the drive. Ariza with it. Leonard picks him up. Ariza dishes to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In low to Howard. Can't connect from short range. Spurs trail by 11. Green passes to Parker. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Green kicks to Splitter. There's the dish to Leonard. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Here's Splitter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And a chance to see where James Harden ended up in the rankings last season. 5th in scoring, 10th in free throw shooting. And he also finished in the top 20 in assists. So this is a guy who really did a nice job of sharing the ball with his teammates.
And, Steve, he was definitely one of the most reliable, efficient scorers in the NBA. I mean, his top 5 ranking put him right there in the ranks of the elite scorers.
The Spurs have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And that one falls for Splitter.
Well, you know, not everybody was happy with Dwight Howard's signing in Houston. The Rockets starting center, Amir Ashiq, was not shy about expressing his displeasure. And, you know, I think that hung over the team for a while. And it wasn't until late in the season that was kind of put to rest.
And Splitter drops them both. And early on last season, the Rockets tried starting Dwight Howard and Ashik together, but it didn't last.
Well, it worked defensively, Kevin, but on offense, there just wasn't enough floor spacing. So from that point on, Kevin McHale would only use that combination against certain matchups. But for the most part, he went with a smaller format.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. Offensively, he'd like to see them get the ball into the post as often as possible. That's where he thinks their biggest advantage lies. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Harden gets to Ariza. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Ariza's got 4 this quarter.
Well, I tell you what, that is a lot harder than it appears. You've got to get your body angle just right to shield you from the defense.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Pass to Mills. To the wing on the left. Splitter inside, working on Howard. Jones has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Leonard against Harden. Howard in the post. He's got 10. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. That's going to send Dwight Howard to the line. They get Boris Diaw. And the Rockets making a change here. Cannon's checked in. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Well, Dwight Howard, one of the more criticized stars over the past few seasons. He says he's motivated by his critics, and he's had more than a few. Howard playing with a chip on his shoulder. He feels he has a lot to prove.
Here is Splitter. He's got 6. And so it's Houston with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Kanan. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Ariza with the bucket.
And for Dwight in Orlando, I think he might have done some things differently. But Los Angeles was a tough situation, not really of his making. That was created by external forces, I think. And once he did decide to leave, it got worse. And really was beyond his control in many ways. His toughness was questioned. His basketball IQ kind of became a personal attack on him, which wasn't quite fair. It's a little bit, I can understand why he might hold the grudge.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Cannon dishes to Jones. Passes to Kanan. Feeds it to Ariza. Jones with the screen on Leonard. Rocket 6. Ariza has the open look. San Antonio with the rebound. Splitter's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And for Dwight Howard, there are always going to be ruffled feathers when you leave a city behind. Certainly that was the case in Orlando and Los Angeles.
Yeah, and there may have been some indecision as well that led to that media frenzy. The story just wouldn't go away. But I think in the end, he ended up exactly where he needed to be, with an up-and-coming team in a good city, in a comfortable environment with a good young talent base around him.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Trevor Ariza showing increasing comfort with his outside shot. That really makes him a two-way player because he's always been a presence defensively. Long and athletic, able to guard multiple positions.
Daniels, he's checked in for the Rockets. And San Antonio also making a switch. Bellinelli's checked in. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. Number 1, the Spurs.
Wasn't it fun to watch this club, the way they moved the ball and shared it and played so unselfishly? That's why you saw those great assist numbers.
And here's Mills for 3, and that one's good. Mills has got his second basket of the night. And for Ariza, Clark, a great rebound, and we know he's a ball hawk defensively.
Yeah, he really is, Kevin. He gets his steals, but doesn't pick up cheap fouls. I mean, he stays in good defensive position and picks his spots, and I think he does a good job of studying his opponent's tendencies. And don't forget, he's an underrated passer, too. This guy has a pretty solid all-around game to him.
Houston's glad they've got him.
I bet.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Here's Canaan. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. From the stripe. No good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Diaw with it. Jones covering. Dishes to Mills. Fires the three. Tries to keep it alive. But they get it back. Pass to Diaw. He kicks it to Leonard. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
And so here is Houston following the bucket by the Spurs. 4 on the clock. Here's Ariza. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Ariza's got 9 points now in the quarter. Spurs trail by 14. And Leonard has it in the corner. Diaw, the screen. Leonard kicks to Diaw. The three. And good on the basket. Book it. Diaw's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Cannon, the pass to Jones. And there's the feed to Cannon. They set the pick. He dishes it to Ariza. Jones sets the pick for Ariza. 5 on the clock. And it's Houston with another.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And Mills kicks to Leonard. Here's Diaw.
Boris Diaw was more aggressive looking for his offense last season, and he's got a lot of it. I thought he shot the ball extremely well. Excellent percentages both from the field, 2-point range, and long range.
This is his first free throw of the game.
He hit his foul shots at about a 74% clip last season.
First one falls for him. Jason Terry is checked in for Trevor Ariza. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. And Diaw drops them both. Houston leading by 11. Cannon dishes to Daniels. Howard against Ginobili. It's Howard with the drive. He feeds it to Terry. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Jones. Ginobili grabs the board. Ginobili's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Diaw last season averaging around 9 points a game. That represented a major uptick in his score.
Yeah, and it's really not about his scoring either, as you know, Kevin. I mean, he's a guy who can beat you in a lot of different ways. Terrific passer, perfect in that San Antonio offense because of his ability to see the floor and pick the defense apart.
Rockets have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. There's the steal. Ginobili the pass to Mills. Launches it. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Ginobili.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Now here's Jones. 6 points for him. There's the pass to Daniels. Fires the three. Rebound, San Antonio.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yep, I thought so too, Clark.
Kicks to Ginobili. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You can see that they're not as aggressive. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Patty Mills.
Once again, Manu Ginobili defied age and was a force off the bench for the Spurs. Just when you thought he was slowing down, he seemed to find new ways to score and contribute.
Here's Kanan looking for his first basket still in this one. Terry kicks to Howard. Tries from 10. The dish to Daniels. No good again that time.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Screen by Duncan. Pass to Diaw. Out to the wing. Bellinelli for 3. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 11 rebounds in the game. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Cannon dishes to Daniels. Another miss by Houston.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Now here's Ginobili. He's got 20. Now Bellinelli. It's Ginobili on the wing. Pulls up from the corner, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. And Terry up top. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Houston on top. They're up by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
Tune in Tuesday, November 11th. DeMarcus Cousins and the Sacramento Kings take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. Don't miss out.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that pass.
Beautiful.
And so it's Houston with it. 3-point lead on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Ginobili out there with Duncan. And it's Diaw in at the 5. Howard. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, Dwight Howard had started 6 straight All-Star games until last season. The new balloting system with 2 backcourt players and 3 frontcourt players resulted in Blake Griffin and Kevin Love in the starting lineup. Howard felt slighted. He thinks that centers are kind of getting the short end of the stick here.
And you remember, Howard last season created a mock commercial asking people to save the centers.
Yeah, you know, as usual, Dwight Howard finding a way to have fun with it in bizarre fashion. That's part of who he is. But I think the underlying issue is a true one. The age of the lumbering pivot man in the NBA seems to be slowly going towards extinction.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Jason Terry. He's perfect from the line this time.
You know, one of the reasons the Spurs are able to stay near the top of the standings is that their play is consistent. They never seem to drop games that they're supposed to win, and that's true even when they're on the road.
It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Tony Parker.
This is what his team needs right now, solid scoring opportunities, and he's manufacturing it whenever they need it most.
At the line of this
Well, the Spurs were incredible on the road last season. San Antonio, the best record on the road in the NBA by far.
Well, they were the best team in the NBA by far, for the most part. I mean, there's nobody that's going to deny that. 30 wins was more than most teams would get at home. But as you mentioned, the Spurs just don't lose to lesser teams on the road, and that's a credit to everybody there, the coaches, the players. They focus and lock in. They don't give away games most times.
San Antonio needs to do a better job guarding against Dwight Howard.
11 rebounds, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
Now, that's important. I mean, get to the foul line. Any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, it's critical, and he's trying to do his part right there.
The first free throw is good.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, I mean, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, it's absolutely incredible when you look at Tim Duncan and see the impact he continues to have on games at his current age. I mean, he looks much as he did early in his career. His game has really withstood the test of time, and I think it's partly due to his conditioning, but his IQ is a big factor, and his game has always been one that's been anchored in fundamentals and staying close to the ground.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Spurs trail by 4. Parker kicks to Green. Pass to Diaw. Spurs passing it around. From 17 feet out, off the left rim and out. And at 38 years of age, Tim Duncan still going strong, guys.
Timeless. I mean, his dedication to diet and fitness, his flexibility, it's enabled him to remain in peak form. Maybe he doesn't move quite as quickly as he did 6-8 years ago, but he's shooting the ball better than ever. Footwork and his fundamental game obviously has always been there. So just an amazing late season or late career run for him.
Ginobili left side. Parker kicks to Green. Back to Parker. Feeds to Green. Ginobili outside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Howard. It's Ariza on the wing. Covered by Parker. Howard kicks to Beverly. Dishes it to Harden. Pass to Beverly. Launches a 3. Tries again. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Getting to the line here. Taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Duncan with the screen for Parker. He kicks to Splitter. Hits the jump hook. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Now here is Howard. Outside, Jones. Howard with a screen on Duncan. And Beverly kicks to Harden. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here. James Harden with those rush hour handles. Whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on a string.
Free throw good from Harden. And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with softballs.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Well, let's forgive him for that turnover. It's the only one he's committed today.
Spurs trail by 4. Parker passes to Duncan. Back to Parker. Leonard on the wing, beyond the arc. Harden grabs the miss. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And there's the feed to Ariza. He dishes it to Howard. The jump hook. Bank shot, no good.
That's as high percentage as it gets for him. I mean, the defense really has to be mindful of not giving him that kind of space to operate.
Parker kicks to Leonard. It's hauled in by Beverly. Beverly's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's Harden with the drive. Good. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here is Splitter. Outside Leonard. Misses off the right iron.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
Howard with a screen on Parker. Kicks it out to Harden. He feeds it to Howard. And the pass to Beverly. There's the dish to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up at the stripe. Second shot opportunity. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Shooting for Houston, Dwight Howard. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
With all the chances he's been getting, it's got to be frustrating that his struggles continue at the line.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held the winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Now Jones, following the three-point attempt by Tony Parker. Duncan against Jones. Kicks it to Beverly. From the arc. And that one's good. Beverly's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Rockets.
A wide-open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Terrence Jones is part of the 2012 championship team at Kentucky with Anthony Davis. And in year 2 with the Rockets, stepping into the starting role at power forward.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, "How much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys?
Now here's Parker. Outside, Green. Little turnaround. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Duncan.
And Jones able to play on the perimeter a bit to create space for Dwight Howard inside. A former point guard in his younger days. He's a good ball handler, but his passing and shooting still a work in progress.
Ariza has the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Spurs trail by 9. Now here's Parker. Parker sets the screen for Leonard. They kick it out to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Green's got 7 points here in this quarter. And Terrence Jones listed at 6'9" with the 7'2" arm span. those numbers tell you he plays bigger.
He really does. He's strong on both backboards. He brings some shot blocking presence, and he's still really young and starting to put it all together. But I love his potential, and I like the progress he's shown to this point.
Now Parker. Trevor Ariza missing from long range. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Leonard. Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Jones with the screen on Green. Harden dishes to Jones. Howard kicks to Ariza. Jones trying to get open. Ariza no up. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. And Green gets it to go.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. I mean, this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
Now, here is Harden. Sinks the triple. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Leonard on the wing. Pass to Splitter. Feeds it to Parker. No one near him. It's rebounded by Houston. Jones has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Beverly the pass to Harden. Dishes it to Beverly. In low to Howard. Houston moving it around. Harden kicks to Beverly. It's Ariza on the wing. Good on the baseline, Jay. And now an 8-point Rocket lead.
That's a nice hoop for a guy that typically doesn't score a lot.
Parker dishes to Green. Here is Splitter. He's guarded by Howard. Splitter kicks to Parker. Free throw line jump shot. That's good. Parker's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Beverly. Just one more assist and he'll have the double-double.
Love the awareness he's shown in the half court tonight.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
One thing with the Rockets that makes them so explosive is just how efficient they are in transition. They rarely miss out on an opportunity when they have a chance to put the defense on his heels.
San Antonio making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. And here is Howard. Here's Harden on the wing. Harden draws the double, and Jones has it in the corner. Harden the pass to Ariza. Shoots the 3. That doesn't go either for Ariza. Spurs trail by 6. Parker dishes to Leonard. Into Tim Duncan, and stolen by Howard. Now here's Beverly, covered by Parker. Harden with a screen on Parker. Passes it to Harden. Ariza, right side. 6 on the shot clock. And blocked.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And that one's good. And now it's just a 4-point Houston lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
And Jones slams it in. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
There's a good screen. It's Parker with the drive. Duncan kicks to Ginobili. 1:42 left here in the fourth quarter. Parker inside, defended by Beverly. Parker's shot is off. Rockets leading by 6. Jones for three, and the shot is good.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. Just threes raining in from everywhere.
Yeah, work that perimeter, work it good, and they might as well milk it while they're hot.
Now here's Ginobili. Duncan, the pass to Parker. Here's Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. Houston's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Harden dishes to Beverly. Pass to Jones. It's tipped. Outside Leonard. Releases. And it's Leonard again missing. And for Houston, their shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Harden with it. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
What a performance from Harden here. He's got 27 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, he is using the long-range jumper to deadly effect, Clark.
He hits the first one, and that will push the lead to double digits. Houston with a big group substitution here. Monteunice is checked in for Howard. Jeff Adrian comes in for Terrence Jones. Daniels, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jeff Ayers is checked in for Splitter. Diaw comes in for Duncan. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
And Ginobili, here we go. That's good.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
And for Houston, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And that one's good. Daniels. And the Rockets lead by 11.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Ginobili can't hit. And here we go with James Harden. Here's Cannon. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwight, coming off the loss in last game, what was the difference tonight in how this team played?
We got a good win tonight coming from a tough game last night. Started out strong. We just stuck with it. We stayed together. And we got a good win.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, James Harden.